Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with the Imperial Destroyer mod. Last time around we had a bit of an excursion over to, let's see, South America, where we finally got the chance to take back Dutch Guiana. So that's what we're doing right now. We're repairing that. There's a lot of Frenchies over here. Didn't realize they put this much effort into... I was about to say the last remaining colony, but they still, of course, have Upper Louisiana. Which is... I'm surprised the British haven't taken that from them yet. Anyways, we're back to India, where we actually have some active conflicts. So we do have this three-way fight right here. Although the Indians aren't going to put up much of a fight, are they? So we got the, this is the main force that we're looking to fight. And I marched my force down from Nagpur down to attack, or really save, trying to get here before the Portuguese. Hopefully also this one should be ready to move next turn. I seem to have forgot to recruit one extra unit there. Oh no, it's cavalry that's supposed to be recruited. It's cavalry that's missing. Just missed that. Right, what we need to do is we need to enter and see who makes it to the town first. Or if the Portuguese decide to... maybe they spot us. Who knows what's going to go down here. We're going to enter and find out. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so... before we go ahead and find out what's going to go down in India... First, we need to put down a rebellion in Europe, which I had completely forgot about. So we got loads of armed citizenry, angry populace over the instability of the country. Now, I have since actually fixed the stability. If you're wondering what region this is, it's the Alsace-Lorraine region that we weren't able to keep under control. So the militia is now tasked with dealing with a few rioting asshats. Oh, they are coming in multiple areas. Didn't realize and we're going to come in through this gate as well. I guess this regiment is the one that's not really needed in its position. What I could do, given the situation... I mean, these two regiments are certainly in need of their position. So these two are getting overrun. As soon as this one goes down, though... You know what? This is what we'll do. I was gonna march into the house. Because I like being in houses. Especially in winter time, because it gets cold. It gets cold, especially when you're outside like this, shooting down rebel scum. Then it can get quite cold. Although, I imagine, given how much musket fire we're producing, I guess we do produce quite a bit of heat. Have this militia regiment march over to this end, and then these guys, kind of unnecessary to keep them holed up in such melee, should move to the edge of the regiment, opening up for us to shoot down the rest of them. And hopefully this one should be ready to aid in the struggle. We do have one regiment trying to come in. As this one is the one that suffered the most, we'll set that one to take control of the armory. We don't want to arm these poor peasants more than we need to. Oh. Fortunately shot one of our own. But that's how it is. The armory is now under our control. And I do think that we have secured the fort. It's kind of an interesting flag for these rebels. Not entirely sure what it's supposed to symbolize. So unfortunately there's one regiment left to fight. And I mean, yeah, it's over now. There's no way they're gonna be able to take us on now when they've lost most of their strength. So I would call it a victory here. So yeah, I mean, stability is definitely a big part of this mod, and it definitely adds to the fact that everyone in the country, except the king, is a Catholic. So that definitely adds to the problem to keeping the order. Here's the result of our skirmish with the rebels. So they deployed 2,800 men against 1,600 of ours. They lost 2,000 men, roughly, leaving only about 800, while we suffered 264 casualties, leaving 1,336 men left. Good experience being gained by all the involved militia regiments, which should help prevent further, or at least it should help next time we need to shoot off a few stragglers, as it were. And there we are, after the end turn was completed. Definitely need to get some kind of cavalry force, I think, to chase down the remnants of those rebels before they go around gallivantering around the countryside. So we've got a raid, and it is the Portuguese decide, you know what, we're not going to attack the lightly defended town when it's not supported by the army. Instead, we're going to go ahead and burn down the little town of Kernod. No, not Kernod. Kernol. Not entirely sure how you pronounce that. Although, yes, of course, I should take the time to Wikipedia it an hour before the show. The episode. I should take an hour before the episode. Should learn the intricate and how you say it in the local dialect, so I can fully understand the iron workshop of Kernlol, blob, blob, whatever place. Definitely, that's definitely the kind of effort I should place upon this episode. Anyways, we're marching to destroy them. Unfortunately, we don't reach. However, I think that this army is ready to march. And we should go directly to kick out the Portuguese, or their main military stronghold here in Satara, in this province. Binjapur, I guess. I don't know. Let's go. We're not gonna burn down the seating of learning and culture. We're gonna bypass it and go directly for the town. Interesting thing here is we get the Pavilion of Achievements. We can place our own achievements in this pavilion, one of which being capturing the pavilion. Right, we've got workers on strike. Damn, I thought I'd... Yes, I had fixed it. Goa's on strike because I left no garrison to guard the place. And because the port is down, there's not enough export going out, or not enough compared to what we produce. Yeah, we're gonna have to set up some militias here, but looks like now it'll be okay with the native cavalry once that comes around next turn. So Goa's okay. What else? Iceland. God awful, Iceland. There's nothing on Iceland, like I can barely do anything about this place. I'm pretty sure they've been losing people since the start. There's, what? There's 125,000. I think today there's like 250,000 people on Iceland. It's not a great prospect here. A lot of them are migrating. Hopefully to my sugar colonies. Can work the sugar, although... yeah, I never got the thing to figure out how you do the big trade thing. There's supposed to be... I would never figured out how to use the culture points either. At this point I have 11,000 of them. 11,000 culture points. Religious level of 63. Resistance is 7. I never figured out how to use... Oh, there's quite a lot of ships here. What's everyone doing here? There's a mighty British fleet. Got some others. All over the place. We even have a bloody Austrian fleet. Huge Venetian fleet. Huh. What is all the ships doing here? You're supposed to go to the nodes. Then you're supposed to click another button. And you're supposed to be able to... Between, I can't remember how many it was, 500 slaves or whatever you brought back. And that would boost the economy in the sugar plantations. Or all your plantations. But I never really got that to figure out, managed to figure out how that works. Definitely need a road here. Ooh, spice? Spice is definitely the best commodity there compared to slaves. And then I don't think the gem pit adds to inflation. Gold will, however. So, no gold and trading port. With this, I am planning on... go ahead. We need to have that massive naval battle before those armies disperse. I'm gonna send my carronade fleets. The thing is, the carronades are incredible in the power output, which is so, like, completely sort of broken. Where oh, this again. The political swear. First, I actually read it as support cocaine, which I mean, given that we're in kind of Colombia region-ish, well, South America, and it's not actually. It's Guyana, whatever Guyana turned into. God, just as worthless in geography as an American. Anyways, with South America, cocaine. Haha, you get the joke. Anyways, we'll support cocaine. Or no. A mood for nobles. Mood for peasants. Industrial research point. Stability -1. Oof, I'm not gonna have mood of peasants is reduced if I go for this. Plus we lose treasury and 50 control points. But the thing is, stability is so much worth. A scandal at court? Terrible scandal. Doesn't say what. Admit it and go back to business. Bribe an advisor that he took the blame. I wonder what. The thing is, the percentage, -4%, is actually quite bad. I think I talked about this before. Where it kind of... Because it actually takes... It takes more out than what you think. So now when I take 4% out, I think I've gone through this maybe. Where in this case you can see that the province is taxed at 17%. So you can see administrational cost, but then there's going to be an additional -4 there that's going to turn up because I don't know, someone couldn't keep it in, the king couldn't keep it in his pants apparently. So that's going to add to that. Satirical play. They really keep stability. We'll have to ban it, but once again, minus treasury, minus control points, mode for nobles, and the peasant's going to be really unhappy about this one. Corruption! Damn, there's so much mass disorder, and I can't really do what they want. For us, this is not a problem. Damn. Oh wait, it said it's below 5 in most regions? Something happiness, whatever. So it's an actual it's sort of increase, whatever. It's actually increases due to values of the actual provinces, but there's no much I can do about that, given that even if I have pleasure palaces out of my arse, I mean, the provinces aren't really that happy. What is my stability right now? We've only got 79 points. Stability is 3. Unfortunately, we're going to lose 1 point. It's probably going to be rebels again. We'll combine the fleets anyways, and we're going to go after the Mysore fleets. Because once after this episode, I'm hoping that we kill this one off, and at the same time, we kind of get this place on auto-resolve and get that done with, and that would kick out the Portuguese. Now, we might lose Nagpur, but we'll gain another huge center where we can recruit from. So that's going to add a lot more than just that little place, and then we can push north. I think I've asked in a few episodes what the end goal should be. I think we'll just say that the end goal is kicking out the control of India. We're going to replace the British as taking control of India, so we're going to have total control of India. That's going to be our goal. Not entirely sure if we'll go all the way up to the Punjab, Kashmir region, but at least the Mughal Empire will be destroyed. I think that's the last thing, so we'll have our Dutch Empire, and that will be it. And then I know people are interested in just the chaos and massacre that happens in this mod, so I might do an extra video where I just completely gore out worst case scenario of cannons and whatnot and just blast an army to pieces. Anyways, it looks like we're unfortunately not able to go ahead and come to battle this turn, so let's do another and hope the Portuguese turn north and actually meet us on the field of battle. Not much I can do here. The Mughal Empire strikes. The Empire strikes back with about, what, 7,000 men? Actually, 8,000 men that they come back and attack us with. This army is completely screwed over. Not much I can do. Bloody 8,000 against 1,600. As much as I wish to just set up a defense and cut down quite a few before they get in, I don't have time. They still lost almost 2,000 men out of those 8,000, so not too bad. But we lost the province. Joke's on them, because it's probably all Catholic by this point. Unfortunately, the army was destroyed, those men up north, and the province was lost. The Portuguese marched back to where they started. Interesting. Units recruited, so we've got the cavalry in Goa. Should keep them happy. Not at all, actually. Somehow it's increased. I thought... Ah, yes, the unhappiness. We dropped 1 point in unhappiness. Stuff being built all over the place. Slothful. He's probably the reason why we're... Ah, yes, and all the changers for the middle class expansion. Oh yeah, I need to incorporate all the provinces as well. So that's why we have so much unhappiness. Hopefully that doesn't spread. There's a few other provinces that... Yeah. And that means that probably the rebels in Europe as well, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, great. Unless my country is absolutely perfect, people start to riot. Now, I wish to lay siege this place. I think we're gonna just try to lay siege to it and stop them from recruiting more troops. And just keep it as that. But I don't want to start off with that, because I'm pretty sure they might intercept, because they have plenty of troops all over the place, plus the garrison. So they might have enough to actually draw into battle, and that's not the battle we want to do today. The battle I want to do today... I could actually sue for peace with the Mughals. I think I have enough money for that. Look at that, yeah, 63% Catholic. They're not gonna have a good time, although the AI... Well, I say that, but the AI, of course, get a massive bonus, so like 21 happiness. I mean, if I had that, I'd be jumping around, up and down. Right, here we go. Quite equal forces. We have 1,200 men more. They have plenty of cannon, but as we know, they don't really deploy them, so... Unless they deploy them, which is probably the third time I said that about the Portuguese, we should be fine. With that said, let's draw into battle. Well, you guys know the setup true and well by this point, so let's just go ahead and start it. Okay, so the Indians... I was about to say the Indians. I did say the Indians. What I meant was the Portuguese. They deployed at an angle at the back. My cannons are not within range, so we'll have to move them up. Although it looks like the Portuguese are moving their troop up. We always have to attack uphill, it seems. Right, let's have... I should actually group these, because this is... It's just for the advance, though. It's gonna change as we go along. Right. Oh, I forgot one. There we go. And now... East India Company. Cavalry on the flanks. General in the center. And the howitzers. Right, the enemy is circling its wagons, its cannons. They're dancing around. They got plenty of fearsome firepower up here on the hill. But as per usual, they decide not to utilize it. I mean, last time, my enemies have at certain points deployed their artillery to fire upon me, but it's usually the very end, and 3 seconds after they start their bombardment, I melee charge them. So, not that great to say, at least. What if I mean, I could stand in place and wait for them to set up their artillery, but I mean, it's gonna be so devastating, the kind of barrage all those cannons gonna be able to put out against me, that what's the point of you know, giving the enemy such a handicap when it's most likely gonna destroy my army. The few times that enemies have deployed the howitzers against us, it has caused quite a bit of damage to me. Right, we're gonna have to move them a little bit more forward. And then we can start firing. It's not a great position because we got the trees right ahead of us. So we could catch quite a lot of our shots. Could anchor... Oh, we're actually coming into blows right about here. We're gonna hold. Our cavalry is going to set up on this side of the village, or on the... Then we can have the East India Company behind the wall. Should add troops to here. Let's go ahead and draw the line now. Actually go ahead and take control of most of these. And draw the lines. Let's have it like that. And the cavalry over there. Deploy the artillery. Okay, they're gonna start shooting at my cavalry over here. I'm gonna pull them back. And I'm gonna angle you slightly. So, what I actually need to do is I need to bring more of my Indian troops over here, because right now they've got more troops kind of be able to outflank me on that. It also, the angle the enemy is facing, they've actually split their entire army, haven't they? There's a part of the force which is up there. We'll send that to that side. And then we'll have these turning that way. We're blasting the cannons right now. I mean, the best way to attack is when they're maneuvering. Got some dragoons firing on us. Let's move forward and hit them before they are fully organized. And that's an enemy unit. see if we can get the cavalry in around the village here. Or this warehouse. At the same time, we've got a little bit of trading fire here with another Sepoy regiment. And Portuguese advancing. Got a general, and then we've got dragoons. Let's see if we can hit this dragoon from 2 angles. Create the maximum amount of damage on them. They've split off this force. And they're kind of focusing troops towards the center. Ooh, cavalry is attacking this regiment. However, we do have extra sepoys, and I do have the company to back up. Right, attack. Attack. Seems fine for now. You're probably shooting our own troops in the back. I'm gonna do a head-on charge, and then the other one's gonna come around the side. Over on this side, all the cavalry is now stuck in. And combat losing slightly. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move that one up there. And you like that. And then I'm gonna move out you towards there. And these guys are gonna close in, but hold fire. And I think we're gonna close you in. We're actually gonna add 2 to this area. And they're gonna be firing the will, and you should get closer here. And then I want you now to turn back. That frontal charge did not go well for my guys. But they're holding on. There's 64 of them, and now when the other regiment comes in from the back, might be enough. The enemy's doing their own cavalry frontal charge. Let's see, howitzers. They are targeting the enemy artillery, but they haven't been successful in destroying any piece, so why am I bothering to deal with them? Enemy cavalry, enemy general has pushed through. Have you continue forward. You can shoot whatever cavalry is left after that. This regiment's coming heavily under fire. And same with these two. These two are fine now. And we should see about gaining some ground as the enemy is losing ground. Continue to fire here. I think this regiment needs to get out there, but as soon as I tell it to leave, it's gonna rout, so we're just gonna hold it in there for as long as possible. Have the cavalry push through. Generals are really strong. There's no point in our weaker native cavalry to continue melee them. Let's try to shoot them down instead, and there goes the general. Right, let's see about enveloping these guys. Just push through and push up there. Same time this unit broke, as was expected. We'll shrink the native lines and push up the company. Cavalry on this side has been successful. And we should draw to the back of the line. I am smelling a lot of dead bodies if we manage to hit over here. The Portuguese are kind of leaving this to cover their retreat as they reorganize on further high up on the hill here. What's that? Oh, the Sepoy regiment's coming back. I'm gonna ride through these, and we're gonna see about killing those cannons that way. Okay, come back. And I'll post you there. And then we'll get the 3 Sepoy regiments right up front. I mean, this one's gonna go any second now. I'm gonna push you up through the woods as well. Come on, break them already. Shoot them down. There we go. They're broken. East India Company. Let's crest that hill. Up. Okay, the cavalry is going through these. And killing them as they go. Got loads of fire coming in here real close. As the lines are getting real close to each other over here. Plus howitzer fire. This regiment right here. I mean, they can almost tell the faces among these. And then heavy howitzer shots landing just in front. Is there any other target that needs to be fired at? They're all running. Fire towards the center instead. Have the Sepoys turn up. And I'll tell East India Company to turn that way. Shoot upon them as they retreat. What's going on here? Oh, stupid enemy generals. Seems like we've perfected our tactics. Let's move up and surround the enemy completely. I was about to say, why aren't you firing? I wish to charge, but oftentimes charges aren't as devastating as you would think they would be to counter the counter how powerful the bullets are. You'd imagine that melee fighting would be super deadly, but it's not. Most of the time they stand and they brawl for quite a while with nothing really coming from it. Let's push through as that house broke down, and we'll see about... Didn't I order you to charge these? Right, who am I blasting here? Oh, the cavalry is actually forcing these guys into the radius of the howitzer. Wonderful. Pull off. We actually have kind of a resurgence of the enemy over here. Let's pull these two slightly back and along the ridge there while you turn up to start shooting the militia. Oh, now they have deployed the 12-pounder. Okay, march. We'll take them now. Shots coming a bit too close for comfort right here. Yep, they're the angle of the shots are not really that good, are they? The last enemies. Get them! Okay, they're firing back. Oh, they're firing round shot, are they? It's just a standard 12-pounder. And here comes the regiment. Here comes the regiment, I should say. And suddenly my screen is filled with drizzling bayonets. Doing the shish kebab of these Portuguese. With all of that, you'd think that the Portuguese unit would completely just surrender right away, but it didn't. It did not. We have a little bit of an artillery crew firing over here. Right now they're gone. And now it's just huge mosh pit as they actually the artillery crew continues to fight. And they probably will continue to fight for a bit, but as we can see, the battle is won. The Portuguese have been sent off, and this should open up for complete capture of Portuguese India. As a result of that battle, 7,000 men, 7,600 on our side against 5,000 roughly on the enemy. And we lost about 2,000 men compared to 4,000 for the enemy side. We have an army of 5,700 remaining. Now that is including the reinforcement of militia from town. So shouldn't really count all of that, but there's only 886 Portuguese troops left. So I'd say that is quite the victory. Goes down to the Sepoys actually killing the most. Even more than the howitzers. Although, given the trajectory on the hill, we noticed that it wasn't an optimal firing condition for them. Yes, there we have that. The unit actually survives. I'm not able to reinforce, but I don't think I will. We'll march immediately to go ahead and aid these. As I'm worried that this might trigger a battle, we'll do that for the second video, or the next video. I'm gonna put my spy in there, maybe we'll be able to open the gates as we attack. Right, with that, I think we'll just go ahead. The thing is, I don't want the Mughals to come storming down now, so given that it took a province, how about we do a temporary peace, and I give you something. What am I gonna give you? Nothing military. That would be silly. How about a trashing machine? Peace plus a trashing. Would you find that agreeable? Yes, they did. Right. So I stopped the Mughal hordes from rampaging down through the now open north here, and it's gonna help me also because I'm gonna have to put down a few rebellions here and there because of the instability. But with that, next time, I think I'll try to skip as much of this as possible. I mean, it's not. I mean, we've fought the Portuguese enough. I think what I'll do is I'll crash through, take all of this, prepare for the Mughals to declare war on me again, and then for the next episode, we'll go for the Mughals. I mean, not the Mughals, the Mysore. They have no money, and it's high time that I did the huge naval battle over there. With that said, I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.